So this is gonna be a little bit different than what I usually do on TOTs. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of, well, I just mentioned it, TOTs. This time I'm on my computer, I'm on my mic. I do not have a phone with me right now. I'm actually talking to you from my microphone, and I'm using OBS. Big City Greens is a show which I love. It's a show that very rarely has a bad episode. But there is one a certain exception to that rule. And that is the episode that we're going to be looking at today. I haven't watched this episode since it first premiered. I did a review of that if you are interested in looking at it. I do talk a lot about my problems with this episode and my issues with this episode. This is going to be basically an extended version of that. Because on TOTs, I can really kind of dive into why I feel like this episode just kind of failed. And even add some other things that I may have learned that could have led to this episode being made. Thanks to Brad on my Discord server. But yeah, without further ado, let's bingo bango, and let's get right into this, I guess.
Hey, y'all! I found the controls to the scoreboard! Guess the song!
Definitely All-Star by Smash Mouth. Definitely, 100%.
You and Gabriella are literally the it couple of the community center.
Crickriella's a match, like pumpkins in the patch.
They're bringing this up because it totally won't be important later.
Dear Cricket, I'm breaking up with you.
Damn! She did that through text? What a bitch! I mean, technically it's on a sheet of paper, but still.
What? Gabby?
Yeah,
What's with the clothes and the hair? You look different.
I am different. Cricket, I've changed. I fully embrace the darkness in which this ever-tormenting world entraps us in.
What? Okay. I get this. I get it. I understand. It's an episodic show. This is supposed to be funny. I get that. I totally do. Huh? You're telling me that this show that does really, really well with these kind of things where, like, it foreshadows things. It kind of hints at certain things that will possibly happen in the future. To me, this makes zero sense. Like I said, I get that's the joke. It's not funny, though. It's, kind of just, why? Also, isn't Gabriella supposed to be, 12 or something? Why is she talking like this? You would think this would start, in her teen years? You know what I mean? What happened to her? Why is she talking like that?
But I just saw you on Wednesday. You did all this since Wednesday?
At first, I thought nothing of this line. I thought this line was just a throwaway line to basically tell us, hey, she just randomly became this. But then Brad told me something very interesting, and it's a theory, obviously. It's a huge theory. Gabriella was voiced once upon a time by Jenna Ortega. She would later star in the Netflix series Wednesday, which is a teen drama gothic kind of thing, akin to something which Gabriella is now. I think it's fine to reference something like that, okay? If that's what the intention is, I get it. However, the most important thing you must take into consideration when doing this is you don't want it to not make sense. This doesn't make sense. This is just shoehorned at this point. Cricket and Gabriella have been a thing and have been established since season 1. This is like if Remy and Cricket suddenly stopped being friends because the writers decide to reference something. It wouldn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. This is gonna be one of those TOTs, so just get ready for that. Because I'm gonna be basically focusing on this. This is pretty much the only story I'm gonna be focusing on. I think the Remy plot is fine. I think the Remy plot, the side plot with him, is completely fine. The main plot of this episode is my absolute main concern. Because it takes a ship, which I actually liked, like, a lot. I loved how Cricket and Gabriella were just friends who just so happened to have a label. I think it was awesome.
Girls mature faster than boys, Cricket. And I've matured.
I mean, Gabriella makes a good point there. I get that. I understand that. But, like I said, I do think the writers could have at least hinted at her. Maybe just like something so tiny as like, oh, she's starting to wear gloves now. Why is she starting to wear gloves? Oh, she's dyeing a little bit of her hair. Why is she dyeing a little bit of her hair? Like, there's ways that you could put pieces in place in earlier episodes to make this make more sense.
Whoa!
You seem like you haven't. Our relationship is nothing more than a corpse stuck in rigor mortis.
Like I said, man, why is she talking like this? I'm just saying, like, what happened? God! Like, honestly, with how emotional this show can be, I think that actually would have been a really, really cool idea for them to maybe have her open up about why she feels this way. Because she's acting like Cricket's like the worst person in the world, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, she is incredibly harsh to him. Incredibly harsh to him. Like, I don't get it, you know? I don't get it.
She really did break up with me. Maybe it's for the best. Wait, no! I'll just make us compatible. Yeah, if Gabriella has changed, then so shall I.
Yep, Cricket's gonna start listening to Panic at the Disco and My Chemical Romance. The perfect pathway to being golf.
I'm perfect for best dressed. I've been wearing a chic designer sweater vest every day since you've met me.
But can your sweater vest do this?
Dude, he got the lineup Skechers. Alright, Remy is Fox. There's no way he can compete with that.
I'm gonna go goth, just like you. Teach me, Dark Mistress.
Oh my god! Alright, Cricket is about to get sacrificed.
I'm ready, Gabby.
Oh, and also, song count 1!
Your transformation is complete.
So we're like, back together?
Yep.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh... I mean, whatever.
He's doing well. He's gonna be just fine at this. He's doing alright.
Sup?
Like I said, he's doing well. Oh god, I forgot that. Oh god, I forgot about that. That's really, really good. That's really good.
The camera's your friend. Serve up some looks.
Jesus Christ.
Bingo, bango, bingo, bango.
Oh my god.
We reject the frivolous whimsy of youth. We find beauty in the shadows, and our very souls yearn for the shroud of death itself.
Jesus Christ. Like I said, what happened to her? She used to be like Cricket. She just used to be like, oh man, I'm gonna prank you and I'm gonna like buzz you and like all these other things. What the fuck, girl? What happened to you? Who hurt you?
Isn't that right, Cricket?
Oh, maybe I do a little yearning for just one teensy prank.
Honestly, I respect Cricket here, to be honest. He's like, hey, I want to be myself, and that's okay, and that's fine. I hate the fact that they kind of paint this episode like it's Cricket's fault, whenever it's really Gabriella who's kind of in the wrong here. Obviously, yes, she's not interested in whatever Cricket's doing. That's fine. But I think she could have worded her breakup a little bit better. If she has matured, like she says she has, she would understand that. And she would do that. Honestly, I think this episode would have done so much better if she did have a heart-to-heart with him, being like, look, I don't know if I want to prank anymore. I don't know if we can continue this relationship if I don't want to do that. Maybe even showcase on her that she's dyed her hair. Maybe she's put on eyeliner. And then maybe have Cricket, like, think that's a prank. Much like he did at the very beginning of this episode, which was, like, thrown away as, like, a little joke. Make him be in the wrong for not taking her seriously. Showcasing how immature he is compared to her. And then maybe, like, at the end of the episode, that's whenever it's revealed that she has fully embraced being golfed, and she confronts Cricket, and that's whenever she gets to be a little bit harsh towards him because of whatever he did. That's just me. I think that could be a better way of doing this episode, but they chose to do it like this. And, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I don't know what just happened.
God, it's just like me watching this episode. Oh my god. Like I said, I have no problems with the side plot with Remy. I kind of just wish it was a little bit more fleshed out. The entire episode is basically focused on the Cricket and Gabriella stuff, which I don't mind. But I do think there could have been some funny little gags that they could have done with this whole thing where Remy wants to be remembered for something.
I think we should.
Break up? Yeah, I think so too. I guess I just thought since we used to have fun, we'd always have fun as a couple. But you've changed. While I'm still the same old Cricket, at least we can stay friends?
Maybe?
No, yeah, totally. That's fair.
Goodbye, Cricket.
Man, dating's weird.
Okay, I have a few closing thoughts here. Alright. I will say I like how they both kind of agree unanimously to end off things. I think that was fine. I think that works well. But I don't know, and maybe this is just me thinking too hard into it because it is an episodic cartoon. Hopefully we see these two characters together again in terms of, like, friends and stuff. But I really hope that this isn't just one of those things where Gabriella's just gonna leave the show forever and never come back. 'Cause, like, I literally said it earlier. They were boyfriend and girlfriend, yes, but they were also friends. They were friends with a label, and that's what they were. Now, of course, I'm aware that the whole thing with, obviously they have their own differences, and they, one of them likes pranking, one of them doesn't, that kind of thing. But I don't know, I feel like they could maybe hang out a bit. At least a bit. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me. I think there could be some, chances of them maybe hanging out. And to Gabriella's credit, she does say maybe, maybe, I guess. Ultimately, it's kind of positive, but, like, still, man, I hate the fact that it ended like that, But hey, what can you do, I guess? So that was Split Decision. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I hope I wasn't too rambly. I tried to keep everything as brief as soon as possible, but I think I covered just about everything I needed to cover in this. So anyways, guys, with all of that being said, I think this episode, it's probably still going to be the exact same rating I kind of gave it in my original review. I do think certain parts of this episode are fine. I just think, unfortunately, the main plot point of this episode is just lacking. There's just something missing from it. I just don't feel satisfied. I think there's so many other ways you could have made this episode work that, unfortunately, they just didn't really do. I will say, this episode isn't bad. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's certainly, by far, the weakest Big City Greens episode I have seen. Actually, this and Scooped, maybe. Probably this and Scooped, I think. I will say, I would much rather watch this episode than Scooped. I'm just saying. But anyways, I'll go and see you guys soon. Take care, everybody.